In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use HDRI maps in Cinema 4D for realistic lighting, reflections, and shadow catching. We'll take an HDRI image, use it to light our scene, control the direction of that light, and set up a clean shadow catcher so your subject feels grounded without showing a visible background. First, let's establish why HDRI maps are so useful. An HDRI is a high dynamic range image that stores real-world light intensity. When you wrap it around your scene, it becomes a light source that produces believable reflections and natural illumination. This gives you quick, realistic results without building a complex lighting rig. Start by creating a sky object. Think of the sky as a giant sphere that surrounds your scene. Next, make a new material and load your HDRI into the luminance channel. Luminance is key here because it emits light rather than just showing color, which is what the color channel does. Apply this material to the sky so the HDRI envelops your scene. If your HDRI appears distorted, check that the texture projection is appropriate, typically spherical on the sky so it wraps evenly. To make the HDRI actually light your objects, head into Render Settings and enable Global Illumination. GI allows indirect light from the HDRI to bounce around your scene, producing soft, realistic shading and reflections. Once GI is on, you'll immediately notice more natural highlights and overall brightness. If your render looks noisy at first, don't worry. That's common before final quality is set. You can refine sampling later for cleaner results. Now let's direct the lighting. You can rotate the HDRI by adjusting the sky object's rotation, usually the heading value for turning the environment around your subject. This is how you aim the brightest part of the HDRI, like a sun or window, to sculpt your lighting and control where reflections land. If you prefer finer control, tweak the texture tag's coordinates to rotate the environment without moving the sky object itself. Finally, for clean product-style renders, set up a shadow catcher. Create a simple plane under your object and add a compositing tag. Configure it so the plane receives shadows but does not appear as visible geometry in the render. This gives you grounding shadows with a transparent or replaced background. Ideal for compositing. That's the full workflow. Sky with an HDRI and luminance, a global illumination enabled, rotate for direction, and a shadow catcher for realism without a visible backdrop. Happy rendering!